All right, today we're talking about a massive shift happening in marketing. This isn't just about using AI to automate a few emails. Nope, we're talking about fundamentally changing the entire game by bringing AI on board as a core member of the team. So let's break down what this partnership really looks like.
Just think about this for a second. What if your marketing team had a new partner? And I mean a real partner, not just an assistant. One that can crunch data on a scale that's almost impossible for us to imagine, tailor a unique message for every single customer, and is always on, always learning. And look, this isn't some sci-fi movie plot. This is the new reality for businesses that are really getting this right.
Okay, this slide right here, this is the heart of the whole thing. For years, we've seen AI as a tool, something you use for boring, repetitive tasks like scheduling social media posts. But the real transformation, the one we're seeing now, is the leap to AI as a partner. This means it's involved in the big stuff, brainstorming, creating campaigns, even making strategic decisions. It's the difference between just delegating tasks and actually collaborating on strategy, a total game changer.
Okay, that's great in theory, right? But how do you actually collaborate with an AI? It's not like you can invite it for coffee. Well, not yet anyway. Turns out, the key is learning to speak its language. And luckily, there's a simple playbook for that.
Think of this four-part framework as your cheat sheet for talking to AI. It's super simple. First up, persona. You've got to tell the AI who to be. Act like an expert copywriter specializing in luxury travel. Second, task. Give it a crystal clear command. Draft an executive summary of the attached report. Third, and this is maybe the most crucial part, context. You have to give it the backstory, the data, the why behind the task. And finally, fourth, format. Tell it exactly how you want the answer back. Give it to me in bullet points. Simple, right? But incredibly effective. And get this stat from Google's research, it's a real eye-opener. The absolute best results from AI come from prompts that are around 21 words long. But most people, we type in less than 9. It's basically the difference between asking write an ad and giving a detailed creative brief. When you're working with an AI partner, detail is king. All right, so that's the how-to, but what does this look like in the real world? When the rubber meets the road. Let's dive into a case study of an agency that's built its entire business around this idea of AI partnership, MarketerZ AI. And wow, right out of the gate, the numbers just speak for themselves. MarketerZ AI is delivering an average client growth rate of over 75%. And let's be super clear here, we're not talking about a small incremental bump. This is game-changing growth, and they're doing it in really competitive spaces like tourism and beauty. This is the kind of jump that shows you what a true AI partnership can do. And it's not a one-hit wonder either. Since they started back in 2020, they've knocked out over 50 successful projects in more than 10 different industries. What this really shows is that the core model, this AI collaboration idea, it works pretty much anywhere, from healthcare to real estate. But for me, this might be the most telling number of all. An 85% client retention rate. Think about that. You just don't get numbers like that unless you're delivering consistent long-term value. It's proof that this partnership model really works and clients are sticking around for it. So let's drill down into a specific example to see how this works. For the Egypt tourism campaign, they didn't just run a few ads. They created a whole cinematic video series, filming at more than 10 historic sites and even partnering with media outlets like Forbidden Knowledge TV. The result? A massive 75% jump in tourism inquiries. This just goes to show how an AI-driven strategy can fuel these huge, creative, high-touch campaigns. Okay, so you've got a model that's clearly working. What's the next move? Well, you go big. You scale. And MarketerZ AI has this incredibly detailed and ambitious plan to take their agency from Giza to the entire globe. And they're kicking things off by targeting a massive opportunity. The digital marketing world in the Middle East and North Africa, the MENA region, is set to be an over $80 billion market by 2029. Think about that. Getting even a tiny slice of that pie is huge, and that's their first big step in this global expansion. And they're not just winging it. Their 2025 plan is incredibly methodical, broken down quarter by quarter. It starts with building the foundation in Q1, then launching into the Gulf region in Q2. The second half of the year is all about scaling into Europe and then optimizing everything to become a market leader. See, it's not a shot in the dark. It's a very deliberate, step-by-step strategy. So, where's the money going? This breakdown really tells the story. A whopping 40% is going straight into AI tech. I mean, they're doubling down on what makes them different. Then another 35% is for growing the team, because you need great people to partner with the AI. and the last 25% is for actually entering those new markets. And that team expansion, wow, it's pretty huge. They're planning to go from 15 people today to over 65 by 2027. And this is so important. It shows this model isn't about replacing people, it's about supercharging them. You need that human expertise to guide the whole thing.
So you put all that investment, all that growth together, and what do you get? A projected revenue target of $5.2 million by 2027. To put that in perspective, that's more than 350% growth from where they are now. Just incredible potential.
But here's the real kicker. It's not just about making more money, it's about smart growth. They are projecting a 185% return on their investment in AI technology, and they expect to make that money back in just 2 years. This really proves that going all in on AI isn't just innovative, it's incredibly profitable.
Okay, let's pull back for a second. We've seen the theory, we've seen the real-world plan, so what does it all mean? What's the big takeaway here? Why should this matter to you, right now?
What MarketerZ AI has done is basically lay out a blueprint for anyone to follow. It's about grabbing that first mover advantage, jumping into a market that's just exploding. We're talking nearly 37% growth year over year, and they're doing it with a really smart strategy that's built on strong partnerships to reduce risk.
So at the end of the day, the shift is already happening. It's not coming, it's here. AI isn't some sidekick anymore. It's a core strategic partner in the future of marketing. The only real question left is, will it be yours?